Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Rob. This is the Hobby Desk, and today we're talking Phalanx 2025. Now, what is Phalanx 2025? Phalanx is a wargaming show. It's local to me, or fairly local to me. It's put on by the St. Helens Spartans. It's been on for a number of years, and we attended for the first time ever last year. That's me and my son, and I'll put a link to that video up above. We did a bit of a show review and things last year. Admittedly, this year, the review I'm going to do now, or the little chat about it, isn't going to be as long as last time, because I didn't get as much footage this year. So I went again with my son. We had a great time. He was really excited to go. Got there nice and early. Got a good parking spec. And yeah, the doors opened at 10. It was a really, really hot day. I think it was about 25, 26 degrees, maybe even hotter. We were expecting thunderstorms and all sorts. It was a bit of a crazy one. But we got in there, we had a look around. It was really, really good, really, really busy. Plenty of demo and participation games on offer. A lot of good traders, to name a few, the likes of Magic Geek were there, actual size miniatures. We had Tiger miniatures, Warlord games, Iron Gate scenery, Ironclad miniatures, to name but a few. And yeah, so we had a good walk around. And my son, it was quite funny actually when we got there. My son's like, right, Dad, here's the plan. We're going to walk around once, have a look at everything, and then we're going to pick some stuff to buy. So I was like, okay, mate. So we did just that. We had a walk around, have a look at the game tables, and hopefully as I'm talking, I'll put a bit of footage up and a couple of pictures and things. Yeah, so we had a walk around. Some really, really cool gaming tables on offer for people to play. One of the notable ones was from the Beacon Gaming Club. Now, they're a gaming club fairly local to me, so I might actually have to go and check them out, go and have a look. They had a big participation bolt action game on. Get my words out. I'll put some footage up now, and the table they built was absolutely lovely. I think it was about 8 foot by 4 foot. Could be wrong. But the ruined buildings and the smoke effects and all sorts, it was tremendous, and it's had a lot of praise on a lot of the bolt action groups on Facebook and social media as well. So well done to the Beacon Gaming Club. Really, really well done. Really, really good table. There's a few others popping up on the screen now, as you'll see. But admittedly, I didn't get much footage, like I said, because it was so hot in there. And I know that's not the fault of the organisers. It's just the weather. It's time of year. We're a bit hit and miss, aren't we, in Britain? It's either going to be summertime and pouring down and cold, or it's the winter and it's boiling hot. But no, this was a good summer's day. It was hot. It was a bit sweaty in there, to be honest with you. My son, bless him, he did very well, but he did struggle. When we got about an hour in, he was like, "Look, Dad, I'm been a bit hot now," so we popped outside, get some air and things, and yeah. So some pictures and footage will be going up. Overall, really, really good show. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it as much as last year. Like I said, the only negative was the weather. It was just a bit too hot in there. But again, it's not the fault of the organisers. They've got a stellar show on there. That's just one of those circumstances of time of year with the weather. Yeah, we made a few purchases. And then, again, admittedly, I didn't spend that much money. I really didn't. I had a couple of things in mind that I wanted to buy if I saw them. Like, I wanted to pick up the Mounted Gunfighters 2 set from Great Escape Games, the female gunfighters on horseback. Because I'm sure I saw a post that one of the traders was going to have them, and a few of the more retail-y shops I spoke to said they hadn't had a delivery of them or whatever. So I missed out on that, but I suppose I saved myself some money in a sense until I go on the Great Escape Games website and put the order in for them there. But yeah, so I picked up, where was one of our first stops? Stopped off at War Bases. Really, really like War Bases. Had a good look at their pre-painted terrain, or their pre-printed terrain. Is that what it is on the MDF? A lot of companies are doing it now. War Bases, Sarissa. There's Micro Art Studio as well, to name a couple. And yes, we stopped off at War Bases. Had a little look around there. Admittedly, I didn't buy any building kits because I've still got a few kits to build here for my Dead Man's Hand project. And I'm not running out of storage space, but I need to reorganise a few things before I build anything else. But one thing I was after, and I said, I'm on my list to pick up before we went, was grass tufts. And Warbases had a big basket full of 50% off mark price, and they had a load of grass tufts. So got some packs of these. Now they're from a brand I've never heard of. Some of you guys might have heard of them. What is it? I think it is Miniature. Are they German or something like that? Yeah. Anyway, whatever brand they are. Should have been £5 a pack. They were 50% off. It's got 4 packs for a tenner. Can't complain. All different flowery bits. Just different things. Just to pretty up my bases a bit, to be honest. Excuse me. Yeah, because obviously you might have seen I've done hair-foot jousting on the channel. I'm looking forward to getting them painted up and stuff, and I wanted some more flowery, meadowy bits for their bases. So I got the 4 packs of them. They're really cool. I'm pleased with them. Again, I can use these across a range of miniatures, bolt action, things like that. The next stop, or the next place I bought something, was this company, ABC Brushes. Now, they're on Facebook and eBay, and they've got a website as well, abcbrushes.com. My mate, who I went to Vaptanac with, he actually bought a load of brushes from them there. And ever since, he said they're really, really good quality, this, that, and the other. So I picked some up. They had a load of deals on. Excuse the rustling for 1 minute. They had a load of deals on. Like buy 5 for a tenner, things like this. So I jumped into this set of brushes that they have. Now, these are a mix and match set, all different sizes. Buy 5 for £10, and they've got these lovely chunky handles on them, which just are going to feel so nice to paint with. But I've got a variety of sizes, because admittedly, I've got loads of brushes, as we all do. They're just over there. Brush rack, I've got more brushes in a box down there. I've got a tube of brushes on my wall there. So yeah, these are all different sizes. So miniature painting brushes, size 2. I've got a size. Look at how tiny some of these are. I'm just going to focus. Let's focus on the flowers behind us now, innit? Yeah, some real nice little detail brushes. Things like that. Not going to focus for me today. Yeah, so I've got some new brushes to try out. Literally because my mate swears by them. Says these are great. So I thought, well, I'll pick some up. Because I've got a lot more intricate detail work to do on some of the bolt action stuff. And a few other little projects I've got going on that I'm thinking about. So yeah, that was them. Pop that back there. That's the little wrapper they were in. And my only other purchase was from their now legendary bring and buy sale, which I'll be honest, for me, it was just chaos. It was absolute chaos. I don't know if it's because it was hot, but the amount of people in the bring and buy, it's in a side room, and it's really good. There's some really, really good bargains there. It's like a U-shaped layout, so you end up sort of crammed against the walls a little bit, and it gets a bit tight. Now, I understand entirely why they have it where they do, and the layout of it, because they have so much stuff, and they're constantly adding stuff onto the bring and buy. They have tables in the middle of this U-shape. See if I can find some pictures online. If I can, I'll put them up. And they're just piled high with stuff, and I was trying to get in and have a look with my son, and he wanted a few tanks for his toy soldier games and all this. So he did. He got himself got some tanks, didn't they? Flames of War scale. If I can get a picture, I'll pop it on. And he got himself a couple of planes as well. Yeah, and I was looking, and there was a lot of Frostgrave books, because I'm toying with the idea of getting into Frostgrave. I've got the first edition rule book, but I was thinking, oh well, I may as well get the second edition book if I'm going to do anything, because there's a lad local to me at our local game store, and he said he'd give me a demo of the game, so I might pick up the rule book there. So I've seen if they had anything like that. Now, one thing that did catch my eye, and it's my only other purchase from the day, or my only big purchase, I suppose, was I spotted a copy of the Silver Bayonet, which is written by Joseph McCullough, same guy who does Harefoot Jousting. He does Frostgrave, this, that, and the other. I think I talked about it on the Harefoot Jousting video. And it was 10 quid. 10 quid. I still got the sticker on. Yeah, 10 quid. Really good condition. Looks like it's barely been read, to be honest. I'll probably flick open to a page now with missing or something. But yeah, and I thought, you know what? It's one of those games I've been on the fence about reading for a very, very long time, or getting into. I thought for £10, I'll check it out. If it's not for me after I read through the rule book, I'll stick it on eBay. I'll probably get me tenner back. It's cheapest I've seen them going for is about 20 quid-ish. So yes, that was my pickups really from Phalanx. Like I said, it was a really good show. Really, really enjoy it. It was just it was tough with the weather. It was so hot, but it was nice to catch up with traders as well. We've bought stuff from in the past, and especially Magic Geek. Stephen at Magic Geek, really, really nice guy. He's come to a couple of our events, and he's coming to our future events as well. That's the other thing I did buy, actually. My son got some Pokemon cards from him, and I got some Star Wars Unlimited cards. I've got no interest in trading card games, but I like the look of the cards. I like the artwork on the Star Wars ones, because I'm a Star Wars fan. I know, they've got me hook, line, and sinker with that one. Yeah, that was it for the day, really. So, big shout out to the St. Helens Spartans. Great show as always. Hopefully I've got more pictures and stuff that have come on over the video. I didn't want to do too long of a video, because a lot of my videos lately have been about 20 to 30 minutes long, haven't they? So a bit short, a bit more straight to the point. But what I will say is, if you're local, or it's not too far of a drive, 100% check out the show. It's great. It's really, really good. The participation games and the demo games are just incredible, and to such a good standard. They had a wide variety of everything. There was bolt action, there was naval warfare, there was Napoleonics. The St. Helens Spartans themselves, I think they were putting on a game of 7 TV, like a pulp, almost Call of Cthulhu-esque game. I've got a couple of pictures somewhere of that. That looked really interesting, and I just wish it's tricky because I go with my son. I feel like I can't sit down and check out some of these games properly, because he's 8, but he gets bored. Admittedly, children do. Maybe next year, when he's another year older, we'll sit down and we'll play some games together there, because he's definitely interested. He gets a little bit bored at the moment, and it was very, very hot and very, very sweaty, all over. To be honest, all over the show, like there was no sort of respite from it. But yeah, no, it was good. And next year, I'm going to make an effort to get involved in some of the games. That's me challenge for next year for the shows. My son will be a little bit older. We'll get involved a bit more. So it was a really interesting Wild West game being shown off called Magnificent 7, I think it was. By what's the company called? I'll think of them. I'll put up a picture on the video now. That looked really cool, because obviously I'm big into my Wild West. I've got plenty of miniatures and things like that I could use this. It's just another rule set. They had it for sale there. I'll be honest, I flicked through the book. I thought, that's cool. And then my son dragged me off to something else, and I meant to go back and pick it up, because they had a paperback version, a hardback version. And the paperback version was about 20 quid and hardback 30 quid. So I'll get a paperback one, and then I didn't. I'm kicking myself, to be honest, because that would have been really, really interesting. Definitely something to have a look at, because obviously I've got the miniatures, I've got the terrain. It's just something else to use your stuff with, isn't it? But yeah, that's it really from me, guys. Nice quick review. Definitely go and check them out. It's great. I've only been 2 years on the run now. I'll definitely be going again next year. It didn't feel as busy to me this year as it was last year. That could have been the weather, because it was very, very hot. The car park was full when I came out, so that's always a good indication. But other than that, it was good. It was a really good show, and I'm definitely looking forward to going back. They obviously know what to do in setting it up. My only complaint really would have been the bring and buy. It's a bit cramped in there, and you can't really see stuff. You've got a lot of people pushing and shoving you. There's a couple of times I had to say to a couple of people, "Look, pal, just give me a minute. I'm not trying to be in your way, but we're all just rammed in together. If you want." Like, I passed a couple of things to people, said, "Oh, you're trying to reach that?" And the guy's like, "Yes." So there you go, have a look at that, mate, whilst I'm trying to look at this. And it's just difficult, isn't it? 'Cause people are bringing by, they're just reaching in, grabbing things and looking at stuff. And, it's tricky. Like this, I spotted this when I was further down the aisle. I thought, I wouldn't mind having a look, 'cause I couldn't see the price on it. I just thought, if it's cheap enough, I'm going to pick it up. And I spotted a bloke in the distance pick it up, look at it, and then put it down. For you sod, But I got there and I got that. So that's me. That's my big win. I'm pleased with that one. But yeah, be sure to check them out, guys. It's all about keeping. I think these smaller local shows need to be attended. I think we're seeing, especially at Phalanx, I don't think there was as many traders there this year as last year. Mantic was there last year. They weren't at Phalanx this year. I think there were a couple of others who weren't there as well. And, we need to make sure these shows are supported, and that they get the support and they get the football. It's very, very important. Keep the hobby. These big events, you have huge conventions like your Salute, Vaptanac as well. Vaptanac was a nice big one. They're few and far between. We need to keep the convention scene going, and keep the interest there, because that's where you're getting a lot of your new hobbyists, I think, coming in. Like my son, he sees some of these games. Like he saw last year, he saw the 54mm Napoleonics and just fell in love. And he's got a load of 54mm World War II soldiers now. Excuse me, but he loves that scale. Gosh, my neck. Bit of a dry throat there. So it's important to support these shows. Price to get in was £5. That's about average, I think, for most of these shows now, of your mid-size. £5 well spent, I'll be honest. I got what I was after. Got some new brushes, got me tufts, which I'm after. Those tufts are going to last me ages now. I think it's 2 layers of tufts in each packet as well, which is great value. And I got silver bayonets to have a look at. So yeah, that's all from me today, guys. If you attended, let me know. What did you pick anything up? Put it in the comments. Is the silver bayonet good? Do you play it? Don't know. I've never really had a proper look at it. I'm blaming Peachy, because I've seen some of his footage, and Lost Heresy Miniatures as well, because I've been a member of their Patreon for ages, and all Bill seems to churn out his silver bayonet stuff, and he's finally got me. So that's it from me, guys, anyway. So have a good one. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Send it to your mum, your nan, your dog. See if they like the videos. If they don't, they're lost, not mine. So that's it, guys. Have a good one, and I will see you soon. Stay safe. Ta-ra.